Hi there, everyone. So we did make it home from our trip to San Diego. The trip ended up being 1,688 miles. At least that's with the extra driving we did here and there. Made a few notes here, so I just wanted to share with you. Most of that drive, of course, was on the freeways 90% of the time. The car worked really well on the freeways. In town, it's got some improvements it needs to make, but driving down the road, it does really well. You have to keep your hands on the wheel of the one we have at this point, and at least let it know you're still hanging on and watching where you're going at least every minute or so. Every minute, I think, or less. We usually stopped about twice a day to get a charge. It took about 20 minutes on average to charge. We'd charge to 80%. Sometimes we did a little more, sometimes we did a little less. Plus it was fully charged in the morning when we left. The cost for electricity on the way home, using nothing but superchargers from Tesla, which we never had to wait to get one. They were all along the freeway. We could just pull in and hook right up and go on our way. But it was 42 cents a kilowatt is what it averaged when we got home. Now that we're home, we charge on our own electricity here in the garage. It's only 10 cents a kilowatt, so it gets pretty cheap. So the cost from coming from San Diego to Coeur d'Alene was $217 using those superchargers. Here, what did I have down here? It would only be, if we drove the same 1,688 miles around here, it'd be $53. So that makes it pretty cheap as far as what it costs to power that car here in the Coeur d'Alene area. If you took a car that was getting 20 miles a gallon, I'm guessing, in California we saw gas, a lot of it for $5, and then it got less and less as we came further north, down at around 4. But you were looking probably at a 425 average at 20 miles a gallon. That'd have been 84.4 miles or gallons of gas at 425 a gallon. That'd have been about $358 worth of gas if we were driving a car that was getting 20 miles a gallon. I would say these cars aren't for everybody. The time stopped to charge for us is insignificant, as we stop at least that often every day. Every time we drive, take a break anyway. Need to get out and stretch and do this and that. When I was younger, I hardly ever stopped, and it wouldn't work for me then. I had places to go, and I was always in a hurry, so it wouldn't work for me then. So they're not for everybody. I like the assist that it gives you while driving, and that only gets better over time. There was a new update this morning. I haven't quite figured out what it does, but it's getting to where it helps you more and more, and it drives better for you and does a better job. It is safe. If it has an error, it tends to err on the safety side. If it's not sure about the surrounding traffic or what's going on, it'll warn you, alert you, makes noises, flashes, tells you to be extra vigilant about your surroundings. If you're going on the freeway and there's orange cones or workers or things like that, it gets really nervous about that stuff. It doesn't like it. It's beeping at you and telling you to watch what's going on and make sure you're looking after things. Twice on the way home, we had take evasive action because of, once a semi just jerked into our lane. We were right beside it. He didn't signal, he didn't do anything, and the car actually evaded him. It moved over out of the way. It had room to do that. There was nothing beside us. And it did once with a car too. And so it was pretty impressive. So, I look at this as we get older and older, helping us to drive into more of our later years. I mean, my parents and grandparents, they lost their abilities to drive, became immobile. But I think as these cars improve over the next few years especially, that we'll be able to pretty much go anywhere we want, and the car will take care of us and take us there. Very entertaining car. It's got amazing things about it. If you connect it with your phone, when you get out and walk away, it just locks the doors. You can tell it to come on at 8 in the morning, you're leaving, and it heats the car up, warms it up, and gets it ready to go. There's just a ton of things like that it does. Very good surround sound. So we're happy with it. We'll see how it goes, I've got my name down for a pickup. I don't know if I'll take it or not. The car's pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. I just got a feeling those pickups, by the time they actually get them on the market, they're going to be really, really expensive, probably more than I want to spend. So that's our story for now of this car. I'll probably post things more, off and on over time. Definitely, we're rookies at this car. There's lots of people out there, experts. They're probably going to debate some of this stuff with me, but for us, that was our experience, and how we like it so far. And so I hope that's interesting to some of you. And if you know, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or talk about it all you want. We're happy to share. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.